versus Western Australia under lights at the WACA. Aggression versus pace. The Sandgropers will be pumped up in front of their home crowd, while the Big V is out to bury the recent loss to New South Wales with a big win in Perth.
And the national anthem getting things underway with the news here from the WACA ground that Victoria has won the toss. And kicking left, the ground looks an absolute picture. Dave Christensen is going to be keeping us up to date with everything that's happening on the boundary line throughout the game. And Dave, really, we've got a perfect night for football.
Sandy, it's absolutely delightful down here. It's going to get extremely chilly, though. At the moment, 12 degrees. We have an estimated minimum tonight of 5.
For New South Wales, this time has a different Guernsey. And he'll be up against Simon Madden, oldest player on the ground at 32 years of age. So here we go, state of origin at its best. Victoria kicking to the left and winning it initially. Waitman gets the first kick of the game down towards centre half forward. No mark is taken. The spoil was effective from Peter Wilson. Coming out wide now was Mitchell's hand pass. Gets it away to Shaw. Shaw a hurried kick down towards the forward line. Fisted towards the boundary. And we will see a throw in the right forward pocket. No, free kick going the way of Victoria in that right forward pocket. And it will be Michael McGuane going short. And loose checking on that occasion. An easy mark taken by Paul Salmon. Distance won't be a problem. First shot at goal for the night as the boos come up for Paul Salmon. Pretty good looking kick off the boot, and there's the first goal to Victoria. So Victoria lead, one straight goal. Western Australia yet to score.
And what a start for Salmon with Madden in the ruck. Salmon is being picked up by Henwood. And we see the kick, a very deliberate kick, having kicked 11 goals here in 1987. Very familiar with his ground. And he's going to be a thorn on the WA side. Stoneham lining up at centre half back on Langdon.
Back in the middle. There's the time remaining. Ironmonger over the top. Hart towards half forward. Loose ball. Collins has got the run of it, gets the hand pass towards midfield. Kick it. Going the wrong way. Mitchell put his body in well. He's besieged. And it'll be a ball up.
A bit of bustle. This was expected too, Dennis. There's always something happening early in these games. Only needs the slightest of niggle and away they go.
Chris Lewis and Derek Kickett fighting. Lewis has got the free kick. Chips it out wide. Here's Gastev. Best and fairest last season for the Bears. He's at right centre wing. Goes down towards right half forward. In front, Heady, not paid. Waitman. In the grasp, Rice. Stoneham. Across the ground, intelligent kick. McGuane going back. Takes the mark on his chest. He's at right centre wing. Crowd building all the time. Ideal conditions tonight. Back goes Ironmonger. That will be a tactic. Get back on Salmon. Wilson hand passes towards the boundary line. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in.
And here's the player that has the task on Gary Ablett. Peter Wilson.
So the scene is set for some marvellous duels here at the WACA tonight. Kickett couldn't take it. Spills out the back towards Izard. He has it stolen from him, however. Lewis over the centre. Down towards the right half forward flank. Watson in front for Victoria. Goes over the top. Gets it back to Rice. Dean Rice now from half back. Kicks in towards the centre. Not a good kick, however. And again, the mark is taken by Lewis. Chris Lewis saying, where do I go? What do I do? And finishes up going short. Derek Kickett wants to go on with it. And does. The kick is long, down towards full forward. No mark taken. It came from Spalding. In towards the pocket it goes and taken over.
Good running there by All Sporting. He'll be keen to make amends for his effort on Saturday on low.
So Western Australia in attack and still looking for a score. Out the back it comes. The opportunity was there for Winmar. It still is. The kick is long, the kick is high, the kick is good.
I feel like I've just gone 5 rounds at the McEnroe. Sure is hot work.
What, the tennis or the argument?
And Sumich getting involved after that last goal, or before it really. Shaw kicks out of the middle. only as far as Malaxis. He's at centre-half back through the middle. The target is Kickett, almost the mark. McGuane tried to crash his way through. This is Couch, nicely done, very evasive, towards half forward with the kick. Lands an open space. Wilson, big hand pass. Zanotti, strong tackle. Waitman, ball jarred free. Main Waring lost it. Ablett, the hurried kick inside 50. Salmon in front again. Almost the same spot, perhaps a little further out.
That's where Henwood would find difficulty with Salmon when he does lead like that. He'll be okay in a bustling situation. Very strong is the Moose Henwood. But Salmon on the lead, hard to prevent.
Good lead, that one, because the ball turned over quickly, and Salmon obviously was really in the game. Salmon at his second. Good-looking kick. He's got it. Victoria 2 goals, Western Australia 1.
This is a little reminiscent of Paul Salmon in the '88 Carnival in Adelaide, where he was the Tassie medalist and kicked 7 goals against WA at Football Park in South Australia. Very deliberate shot at goal.
Ominous signs for Western Australia and Wayne Henwood early on. From the middle, it's Victoria trying to get it out through Mitchell again, and effective. This time McGuane, who started the game extremely well, he pulls it into Ablett.
Peter Wilson there just drifting around behind the pack, thinking the ball might come over and allowing the play in front of him, Henwood, who was bustling with Salmon. Perhaps Lewis to come and assist. They couldn't get there. He was found wanting.
Gary Ablett, 35 metres out, directly in front. Very little breeze here at the WACA tonight. Cool conditions, ideal for football. The drop punt is on its way. Has he snuck it home? I think he has. First one to Gary Ablett tonight. And
he's vice captain tonight for WA. Victoria lead by 12 points. Just over 18.5 minutes, or 19.5 minutes remaining rather. This is Langdon coming away from the middle. Long kick down towards full forward. Silvani's going back opposed to Sumich. Watson sold into trouble. Sumich on his natural foot pulls it back. Not far enough, out of bounds on the full in the left full forward pocket. Peter Sumich.
And Tim Watson is lining up on a half-back flank, and he picked up Brett Heady at the start. A compliment there to Heady.
So Watson, deep in his own defensive area, hugs the boundary with the kick. Oh, Langdon fell over. Mitchell, the hand pass towards the boundary, and Wayne Waring escorts it over.
Not sure he actually fell over, Dennis. I think he was pushing and shoving, and as a result of his effort to do that, fell forward. A decent shove from Stoneham.
Ironmonger and Madden back to back. Kick it behind. Interesting. Gastiff gets the kick away down towards the half forward line. Stoneham goes back, almost the mark. Knocked forward by Winmar into the path of Buick. Lays it off nicely. This is Lewis. Indecision there. Gained about 10 metres along the ground. O'Donnell, clever hand pass out of bounds despite the pleas of Lewis.
So a throw in on that outer side. Western Australia have it in their attacking zone. Langdon forced to do the ruck work. At the bottom was Kickett. Pushed wide. An opportunity for Heady. Heads into the open goal and he puts one through.
Well, Dipper.
Straight down to Malaxis. Kick half blanketed. Gastiff. Quick kick. Inside half forward. It goes down towards the pocket. Frawley. Bennett pushed him in the back, I thought.
He's lost it this time.
Deliberate. Well, that's tough twice.
And Brunt's coming on the ground there with the interchange being made with Alan Izard.
Aaron Bennett, formerly an Eagle. Now, of course, with Melbourne. Hard against the boundary line. Normally kicks it a long way. This will test him. I'll contest on the kickoff line. Off hands. A chance behind for Mitchell. Still Michael Mitchell out of midair. Ties the scores.
It's Main Waring to the half-forward line. What's the bounce going to do? It's good for Western Australia as it's pushed by Buick down towards the right forward pocket and have struck back. Madden goes it alone. Wins it with the left hand, but it's Langdon at the bottom. Gets it out straight to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's kick is short to Couch. Wants someone going past. Finds him in Rice, whose hurried kick goes up towards centre wing. Bit of pushing and shoving going on there, and it's going the way of Victoria. will be taken by Stewie Lowe. 16 kicks, 16 marks. Well, roughly his stats last week. Ablett the flyer. Couldn't take it. Scooped wide, but a little too wide. He was trying to accommodate Paul Couch going past. Just went a little too far on that occasion. It was Barry Mitchell trying to flick it on. So Couch short. Ablett again. Easily sneaking away.
Have to fill that hole.
Yes, they're going to have to sort of man up better too, Dennis. They're just allowing their forwards just too much latitude, the West Australians. You can't give them an inch. You've got to be right on their toes. It's not club football, it's state footy.
Ablett going for his second. And shaves it in. Yes! 2 goals to Gary Ablett, 2 goals to Paul Salmon.
Not good from WA's point of view. Shaw doing well close to the centre. Gains about 20 metres. Zanotti missed it. So did Henwood. Flicks it out eventually. Mitchell out wide towards left half forward. Brereton socket away by 50. Rucks go at it. Lowe flicks it behind the pack. Shaw
On behind plate.
Yes, a fight on centre wing. Meantime, the kick goes down towards full forward for Victoria, and Salmon once more claims a mark, not paid. Gets the hand pass away. McGuane. Ablett left it behind. Manwaring slip. Back comes Ablett. Gastiff stood his ground well and lost it. Still he goes, John Gastiff. Shaw, as always, put his body in. Kickett fell on top of him. And now Shaw and Kickett having a bit of a to-do.
Langdon and Stoner behind play with the umpire just standing right in front of them, just taking count.
Meanwhile, it's bounced. Malaxis. Zanotti. He's at centre-half back. Towards the feuding pair, clears them. Leading back in the race is Rice. He's got it left half back. Not a particularly good hand pass. Coming in very solidly was Madden. Down is Heady. Meantime, Victoria scrambled it through midfield. That was O'Donnell. Couch away nicely. Runs, tumbles a kick inside 50. Ablett, great mark.
Fantastic mark, really was. Wilson was right behind him on that occasion, as close as he could be, but the skill of Ablett just too much. And Brett Heady in a spotted bowler there. Great courage to put his head down at the ball, but ran straight into Madden. One player you don't want to do that to is Simon Madden. Let's hope he's all right.
Well, the superlatives have been used on this man. What a marvellous mark. He started half a stride behind. As the ball arrived, he was in front. He kicks goalward and misses. He misses to the right. Victoria extend their lead. It's out to 7 points now.
Brett Heady still in the hands of the trainers after that clash with Madden. That is how it happened.
Right on shoulder.
We're back live now with Rice. He gets it on towards Mitchell, who named with him down the bottom area initially, but we'll get another attempt to Mitchell. Flicks it round the corner up towards Langdon. Stoneham had him round the net. Madden off the ground to Couch. Paul Couch up towards Brereton territory. Ablett also takes out Ironmonger, who's clever enough to scoop it wide to Hart. Hart's kick is low, however, and goes onto the chest of Simon Madden.
The champ on centre wing. Oh, interesting kick. Little back pass to the goalie. Watson's got it. In short. Collins cleverly across to O'Donnell. Kicks inside 50. Wilson backing his judgment, coming to meet it. Collides with Brereton. Towards the boundary line goes Wilson. Assisted by DeRuy. Now he's in trouble. That's ambitious, and Ablett gets it out of bounds. It's going to be a free kick. Was that deliberate to the umpire, sir?
So he said.
Gee whiz. There goes the kick around the outer side. Win one. Bruns, high kick inside 50. Henwood. Kick it now. Needs to. Through the centre towards half forward. Rice a timely fist. Stoneham's over the ball. Good tackle by Langdon. It spills to Buick. 45 metres out. Normally a good kick this time.
Collingwood champ. Kicks to centre wing. One Shaw gets a hurried little chip. Malaxos will be first to it. Quickly getting it away to kick it. Centres it beautifully. Wonderful kick and taken by Hart.
50 metres.
No 50 metres, Ross. Towards the 50-metre line, the lead is on. Sumich get a push. The umpire said no. Silvani gets it away over the top towards Watson. He's in trouble, but he gets it back again, and now they're out of trouble. This is McGuane. Started well to Bruns. the newest member of the AFL 200 Club. Goes inside 50 again, looking for Lowe. First quarter, Lowe got it away initially, but then it was kicked towards the centre. Wasn't a good kick by ZANOTTI. Madden is the architect there. High to half forward. Brereton the target. One grab, couldn't complete it. Waitman going past, went without it. And a chance once again for Hart to relieve the pressure. Goes to the outer side. He finds Mainwaring. He's got to get past McGuane. Tumbles it up towards centre wing. No mark taken. Pushed out was Collins, but he's got good backup support. Bruns receives. Neville Bruns now. Victoria to the 50-metre line. A big pack of players, and ABLETT got up a mile. Couldn't take it. Waitman could have been tackled high. Gets it away, but straight to Malaxos. And again, the Sandgropers go to the outer side. And again, it is Collins. Pushing it forward for Victoria. He's having trouble picking it up, and he gets claim. They've still got possession. And now they lose it. Kick it, gets the hand pass out to Hart. Hart up towards the half-forward line. Pushed defensively towards Silvani, but he's well claimed. The tackling has been fierce. That one, said the umpire, was too high. You agree, Roscoe?
Well, there's some great tackles in the centre of the ground that could have been played similar to that one, but the umpires let it go, and they picked one. Well, the second tackle there by Wilson was high.
No doubt about it. Silvani across the ground. McGuane off to Collins, nicely done. This is Frawley on centre wing, down towards right half forward. Brereton. ZANOTTI, who's so quick over the ground. He was there. And Brereton was there as well. And ZANOTTI's going to get a free kick, and Brereton needs to be careful. I suppose technically he's still suspended, is he?
Well, he is.
And he isn't.
Technically, yes.
Well, ZANOTTI's got the ball. There's about 8 men on the mark, and they're all fighting. ZANOTTI goes looking for Ironmonger, not the most nimble. This is Lowe at centre half forward. Salmon got an awkward one, showed courage. Waitman likewise. ABLETT, chance at his third, pulls it back across his body. It hangs in the air. Yes. 4 points.
In plays 31, Malaxos. Sends Western Australia down towards their half-forward line. They ideally want the next goal. Bain went through, but without it. Heading towards the boundary line is Barry Stoneham. Langdon chasing. And eventually over on the outer side. Almost a full house here at the WACA. Langdon coming in from the side. It's not effective, however. And the mark is taken for Victoria by Stuart Lowe, the marking machine. Looking for Brereton again. ZANOTTI, effective spoil from behind. Ironmonger doing the roving down in front. McGuane. Ridden into the ground and ridden in illegally. Defending was Hart. Towards full forward. Salmon again. And a push this time.
Yes, Earl Sporting's now got the job on Salmon with Henwood picking up low. Beautiful setup kick there coming from Waitman.
So out of strife, and Hart marking at half-back for Western Australia.
He's been busy, David Hart, in short. ZANOTTI. He can run off Brereton if that's his plan. This is Bain. Oops. Madden almost got him too. Bain, untidy hand pass. Gastev, he's been busy too. Down towards right half forward. Mitchell is going back. In from the side, Rice. Collins. Strong tackle got him down. Applied by Bennett. Rice does well again. Frawley. Interesting hand pass. Bennett's got it. Lines up on goal and doesn't miss by much. Bain with courage. Silvani. Watson. Shaw. Mitchell working in close confines. Watson came back from out of bounds. Marvellous stuff. Kicks around the outer side, Bruns. Well, no room in which to work, and they weave some magic there, the Victorians.
Bruns towards Brereton. Can't take it. May get another opportunity. It's shoveled forward to Waitman. He'll accept it and go short, and the mark is taken this time by Brereton.
And if that isn't 50, Derui was late. Still, they've allowed it to go on. It should have been 50. Watch this again. Brereton, full control.
3.
Watch this.
4.
There we go.
That's 4 steps. 4 steps.
Very lucky there. Very, very lucky.
There is a different rule for Dermy.
Shouldn't be.
Seems to be.
Let's have a look at his kick. From 45 metres. Very deliberate Brereton in his approach. A slight stutter. Great kick off the boot, though. That's a goal.
Bain hand pass to his own advantage, held without it. Clever football by David Bain. The 1988 Sandover medalist. Not a particularly good kick. Well, as it turned out, Buick's got it. 50 metres out. Long. Inaccurate. Uncharacteristic. Sneaking it through for a minor score. Plenty of skill in that man.
It's the second time he's missed to that side, Dennis. And a bit fortunate, though, the kick coming from Bain to find Buick on that occasion.
Stoneham, members side. Good kick. Out wide. Madden will run onto it. Can he control it?
Fisted towards goal by Bennett. Taken by Silvani. And has a bounce across halfback. Sumich still chasing, but he gets his kick out wide and finds Mickey McGuane. McGuane going in towards centre wing. He was looking for Bruns. Couch is there also. The two Geelong boys trying to combine, and eventually they get it away. This is Stoneham up towards half forward again, and a strong mark taken by Lowe.
That's not 50.
I was going to say, in the context of the...
Kicking from 40 metres. The drop punt is not a good one off the boot at all. He takes it across the face. And Hart kicking out. And that also is very, very wide. Going to be kept in by Mitchell, however. Very quick. Silvani getting back on it. It's a little too far for him. Watson gives him support from behind, and it's good. Short looking for Couch. Perhaps just a little too high, and the ball's sitting up. Claimed, Shaw. It'll go back for an even better tackle, and it was by David Bain. Tackling's been great in this first quarter. Bain, who came off the bench, sending West Australia towards Mitchell.
They've been forced to go wide out there, Sandy, because Bennett, his lead straight down the centre, was blocked off by massive players in front of him. He kept at it. It's a testing kick here for Mitchell.
He's kicked one. And not too far away from siren time. The home side would love this. 3-3 plays 6-2 at the moment. They trail. Distance will test him. Just on 50. It will certainly test him. Langdon in front. No mark taken.
Just about siren time. Still he goes, Mitchell. Buick. Not beyond the realms of possibility here. Pulls it back towards the kickoff line. Salmon. Hart. Snaps. Misses. Well, some real sharpshooters working there for WA, but nothing came of it. Western Australia 4-8.
Victoria 9-4, 58 lead Western Australia 4-9.
Here, right deep down to the goal.
Right in towards that full forward area. Oh! Have you ever seen a mark like that?
John Gill puts it onto his boot up towards. Oh, look at Jazalenko! What a ripper!
Where is he? He picks it right up into the... Oh, Patterson! What a beauty!
He gets a left foot to it, but it's across the face of goal. Right in towards that forward pocket, and a glorious mark to Irwin. Boy West kicking in towards the centre. Royce Wade from behind his left. Oh, look at
Rock of Gibraltar in defence all day. His kick coming along the member stand. Look at that! Cooper went up a mile.
Rosberg's hands. His pass out the wood. Oh!
The drop kick is not a good one. It's off the side of the boot. It's a battle between Wade. Oh, what a ripper! To the wing position on the member stand side. Oh, Jazalenko, you beauty! To the wing position on the outer side. Oh, and there, Jazalenko, look at that!
Clifton now with the kick out to the halfback flank for Collingwood. Oh, Greeny!
It's a high kick up toward the square. Over the top. Oh, man, what a mark!
Going towards Heath. Heath puts the ball down under.
Glorious mark by Atkinson. His shot across towards half forward for Collingwood. Up they go. Oh, it's Pickett. But his kick is not a good one. Across it goes. Oh, and Grimner. A few screws it around. Up goes Moncrief. Once again, but Barker.
This is a chance now for Robert Smith. No. And right towards the forward line. Hudson's put out of position. Oh, nice touch. Not a very good kick, though, but it's up. Oh, beautiful mark. What a mark. Oh, ripper. Right up towards the centre of the ground. Barker, magnificent mark by Barker. Down, looking for Peter Moore. Moore up. Oh, Peter Moore.
Girls up towards Peter Knights at the back. He well down towards the full forward zone. Bug at the back. Evans' kick up towards Barker.
Robertson kicking up toward the full forward zone. Edwards trying to force his way through. Runs.
Kick down towards Glendinning again. Oh, what a magnificent mark down there to Sheldon. Nice kick. One towards the centre. Teased up.
Oh, look at that one.
Magnificent mark by Teased.
Matthews still on the ground, though. The mark of the day.
Quarter, Wells' kick sailing goalwards into... Oh, look at the Sisto, mark of the year. A goal. At the back of the bar. Particularly late in the game. Oh, look at that from Mark Rain.
He folded, get the ball moving. Madden up high. Oh, what a mark. Oh. Banks up. Great mark by Banks.
The full forward position, the back is gone. Oh. How about that for a mark? What a mark.
He's up forward, but here they go again. Oh, what a mark to Tommy Alvin.
The goals cap has got the sit here. And look at him go. What a mark. What a great mark.
Was knocked back on. There's a great mark. Is that David Grant again?
I don't think the breeze has a lot to do with it, Lou, but whatever there is, magnificent mark to McKeon.
One of the best kicks on the Essendon side. Into the 10-metre square. What a mark to Izzard! What a mark! Long in towards Capper in the square. Capper at the back's got the sit, the mark. What a grab. He loves those from the behind. Is it a goal? No! Oh, what a mark!
He's kicked to half forward. Starcevic. Oh!
Left foot, a quick kick out of defence. It's 2-on-1, and what a mark!
Pity the crowd wasn't bigger tonight. It was worthy of a final-size crowd.
Whoa! A sensational mark by McCarthy. Back into their forward zone with a long kick. What a mark!
Brereton was well held by Laffey, but Abbott has played exceptional.
Thank you very much. He gets it again and kicks it high to full forward. And what a mark by Mick Meyer.
Martin from centre wing. What a leap by Honeybuck.
To centre wing. Oh! Stretch!
From 55 metres, set sail for goal. A long high one. Oh, what a mark! Rendell hooks it back in front of goal. Here's danger for North Melbourne. Lynch! A brilliant mark over the...
Runs his kick inside 50. Huge pack of players. Ablett. Does he come down with that mark? That is an amazing grab.
He's got caught out of position. Now Manson takes front position. Oh, brilliant mark. Great mark by...
Here's kick. Down towards half-forward flank. Mitchell! Whoa! What a mark, Michael Mitchell!
Dean Rice to half-forward, but Winmar! What a mark!
It's a chance. Ryan a long kick. Fell with a leap. And Hawthorn just one behind.
Oh.
A lane, a big mark.
McEwen and Stoneham. Ablett, great mark!
Straight down the centre.
Oh, Winmar! Oh, what a mark!
Sensational.
Yes, fantastic stuff. Great to reminisce. Stay with Victoria and try and peg them back. Ironmonger wins it out to Mitchell from the centre, but he's beautifully claimed by Alan Izzard on the ground. Watson does the heavy work to let Frawley through. Frawley's kick is high, back towards half-forward. ZANOTTI takes the chance. He always does. Loves to. Kick is not a good one for Gastev, however, and beats him over the line. So a throw-in on centre wing. Conditions haven't changed at all here at the WACA. Madden used the body nicely. O'Donnell. A hurried kick up towards Dacos, who came off the bench. A fair interchange. Brereton off and Dacos on, which shows the strength of this Victorian side. Ironmonger stands his ground. Low comes over the top, but it's taken by Gastev. Gets it on to ZANOTTI. Runs into trouble in the form of Bruns. Whiteman working hard. Gastev, ZANOTTI again onto Winmar. Quiet early, but came into it late in the second term. Nick
Nicky Winmar. They need him firing up towards the half-forward line. Irving couldn't take it cleanly. Stoneham out in front. Now Sumich and Watson. Sumich working hard. He's got to beat two of them. And the big man sees it out right to the end.
Did that quite well, Sandy. Worked very hard. You see the bench there for WA. Carl Langdon taken off late in that second quarter.
Boundary throw in just inside 50. This is Shaw, all the time in the world, gets the kick off, gains about 25 metres. Couch takes the mark on his chest. Paul Couch, across half back. It's a high kick towards centre field. It bounces the once. Lowe's got it. Slips it inside. This is Collins. Collins kicks inside 50. Clever kick into the path of Ablett. And Ablett's taken the mark about 40 metres out from goal. He's kicked 4 already. He'll kick from about 45 metres out. And a betting man would say his 5th could be on the way. Marvellous kick, that one. Mind you, the ball carrier had plenty of time. Ablett then, deliberately, kick slides right across the face. Back goes Salmon, couldn't hang on. Zanotti shoulder to shoulder with him, and the ball's jarred out of bounds. Pained expression on the face of Gary Ablett. We've got a boundary throw in. Plenty of size there. John Ironmonger and Paul Salmon. No change to the halftime scoreline. Salmon in front into the path of Shaw. Almost came off that. Dacos can't control it. It's out of bounds and will be thrown in. Little set piece there at the boundary throw in.
Ironmonger again going with the left arm, and he hammers it towards the boundary line, but there's been a free kick picked up out of it, and the advantage is paid. The kick, however, is wide, but it's going to be okay. Mainwaring takes it from Lewis. So Chris Mainwaring running in towards the centre. Mitchell, well, he'll get a free kick because the arm went on the shoulder, and the advantage is paid as Mitchell goes scooting towards half forward. Collins on all fours stops it. Buick under pressure. The ball jars free. It comes to Tony Shaw. Dummies once, gets it back, does it well. Madden claim, but he gets a short kick, but only as far as Winmar. Two number 7s, Winmar and Mitchell. And this big crowd would dearly love Winmar to leave some of his magic here tonight. Into the pocket. Great spoil by Silvani. Gee, he works hard. Buick on the boundary line. He bends it back and it hits the post.
Great attempt.
What a great spoil there by Silvani. Just getting his fist there.
He comes out of nowhere, doesn't he?
Like
just arrives with that last stride.
Stoneham towards Izard. Coming off the bench, Alan Izard, one of the Essendon contingent. Malaxos pushes it down. Mitchell gets a short kick towards the wing. Hart leads in the race, but Waitman's on his hammer. Hart does it beautifully. Shrugs the tackle of Bruns, goes with the left foot in towards the centre, and a well-directed kick too. And here's a chance for the Eagles, because Derek Kickett will send them forward. He's got Zanotti running past, and he loves to have a run. One bounce. Two, he may lose it. No, he gets it on 50, and he runs into trouble. Is able to flick it wide, however. Jakovic pushes it in towards the pocket, and Silvani with Stoneham see it over the line. Nicky Winmar coming up for his 6th kick. Long and high. Madden's underneath it, but gets edged out. Great attempt to mark by Sumich. His immediate opponent, Silvani, sets it up for Couch, and the Geelong centreman swings it into the middle. Going to ground was Waitman. Take the free kick. Dale Waitman in the centre. Victoria have not scored in this term. Hart will soccer off the ground, going back towards the centre. Jakovic beaten for it on that occasion. Mitchell has McGuane running wide. Mickey's pass too far out for Paul Salmon, and he sees it drift over the line in the right forward pocket.
And Neville Bruns has a few words there. He was freer than what Salmon was.
Collins has done some good things in this quarter too, hasn't he?
He's a very good player, is Andrew Collins.
Just the one behind, having been scored so far in this term, that by Western Australia. That kick is very wide and not pretty, but Lowe will be able to make amends with McGuane. So he gets the hand pass away. The pass goes towards Gastev, who was in front of Tony Shaw. ABLETT soccers off the ground and kicks a goal.
Gary ABLETT, his 5th. Michael Mitchell in trouble. Waitman keeps it alive. Bruns the hand pass. Izzard in trouble. A chance for ABLETT at his 6th. He narrowly misses. In the grasp, slung as he kicked. And missed by a couple of metres.
Great work by Waitman.
Oh, fantastic. He's done that a few times tonight, Dennis. I think he's just his ability to get the ball out in lightning reflexes is just terrific.
This is Bain from Malaxis. Bain in the left back pocket. He's tried hard. Not a good kick. Ironmonger couldn't hang on. The fist came from Couch. Mainwaring hard against the boundary line is claimed. Going back, breaking away. Intended for Bruns, wide of the target. Malaxis at close quarters to Ironmonger. The shortest distance between 2 points. He gives it to Mainwaring. High kick towards centre wing. And Madden, who really has put his stamp on this game, takes a strong mark. Kicks across the ground. The target is ABLETT, pushing the ball back through the middle. Breaks the Lewis tackle, cleverly away. O'Donnell, a bounce alongside the centre circle. A chip pass out wide, too much carry. Fisted away by Henwood. And now Michael Mitchell has it close to the boundary line on the outer side.
Under pressure. He comes inside, gets it across to kick it. Down towards half forward. Collins tries to intercept by soccering clear but can't. Sumic at the bottom. Out comes Winmar, giving it to Buick, onto Bain, and he's claimed from behind by Waitman. Ball spills free. Play on the call. McGuane at the bottom. Gets it out to Waitman again. And the Richmond champs away, but the whistle had sounded. Got to come back. He's not impressed, Flea.
Funny that the player chasing was David Bain, who committed the same crime early in the game.
Yep. Just a little too far. So David Bain from the centre, going to the 50-metre line. And Silvani stretches over the pack. Watson gives the hand pass away to Collins, who just chips wide towards the boundary line. Silvani had drifted down to there. He goes over the top and finds Couch. Swings inside onto his left foot, looking for and finding McGuane. Wants to get on with it. He's got Tony Shaw and Bruns both wide. Chooses the latter. What sort of a bounce? Well, there's a free kick to the Eagles. Bruns puts his hands on his hips in disbelief. The advantage is paid. ZANOTTI kicks down towards Lewis on right half forward flank. From 60 metres, he stabs in towards full forward. Good-looking kick. The mark not quite completed by Sumic, who's bundled out of it. Jakovic is there also. Stoneham on the last line of defence. Gets the hand pass away. And again, Victoria are able to bring it out towards Mitchell. And it is Winmar who is forced to defend, with the kick coming from Madden on that last line of defence. Who now has got to jog up and do the run, which he does. Kick it, and he will, to full forward. Pulls it round. Jakovic from behind. Buick in front, scouting the pack. Not quite quick enough. And again, it is Collins defending stoutly. Gives it to O'Donnell. He goes over the top to Watson. A little too far and over the line.
He really is a thinking player, isn't he, Andrew Collins? The hand pass was a clever one initially, then that little toe poke, and then he ran on to Shepherd. Not a lot of which appears in the stats, but my word, he does the right thing for his team. Madden thumps it out of bounds. It will be thrown in once more.
If you remember his game here, Dennis, a couple of weeks ago against the Eagles for Hawthorn, I mean, he was close to the best player for Hawthorn that night. He just worked so hard.
Victoria by 31 points then. Madden knocked on by Michael Mitchell cleverly into the path of Gastev. He's inside 50. John Gastev hard against the boundary line. Waitman smothers it off the boot.
Clever smothered too, Dennis. He didn't rush it. Just knew Gastev had no alternative. If he had gone the other way, could have tackled him. Just put both hands out there, not forcibly, and the ball just came straight to his hands.
Just over 11 minutes remaining till three-quarter time. Buick's off the ground again. A slight limp there. Madden out-rucked by Ironmonger. Kick it. Gets it to Hart. Hart slides it across the goal face. Stoneham going back takes the mark in the opposite pocket. He's played very well.
Wilson is the player that's come on there, Dennis.
Stoneham has dominated initially centre-half back and then full-back. O'Donnell up from the back pocket. Kicks towards centre wing. McGuane has it knocked away by Bain. This is Bruns, does nicely. Desperate lunge by Winmar, produced a poor kick. Mitchell battling with Malaxis. Mitchell a second opportunity. Untidy hand pass. Couch slips the kick at tackle. Now a sweeping hand pass to accommodate Izzard. On it goes. Morwood inside 50. Mainwaring knocked it away. Morwood battling there. Keeps it alive. In goes Watson. Couldn't do much with it. Mitchell goes in for Victoria. Lewis over the top. Mainwaring at the base of all of that. And we'll have a baller.
Peter Dacos, David Brereton, Dean Rice on the Victorian bench. 10 minutes remaining in this third term, and Western Australia unable to make an impression at the moment on the scoreboard. Kick at the diving mark is going to be paid.
Just saying before how Michael Mitchell earlier in the goal he kicked and set up was able to control the ball running so quickly, but on that occasion before just ran so fast, no control whatsoever.
Mainwaring pumps it high. Oh, Madden was the flyer again.
Jeez.
Well, he gets a run, and that's all he needs. It's just like a stepladder. To his Essendon teammate O'Donnell. Wide to Morwood, who's just come onto the ground. Knew ZANOTTI was on his hammer, so spooned it forward. ZANOTTI is caught. And a good tackle too as it breaks free and drifts over the line. Tony Shaw goes in for some encouragement. So to Gastev for his teammate ZANOTTI. Ironmonger. That's just a straight swipe, but it's effective. Irving tried to flick it to someone going past. Lewis. Gastev hurriedly onto the left foot in towards full forward. Silvani does it well. Onto O'Donnell. Now Watson. He's got Shaw loose. Finds him. Tony Shaw over the top to Danny Frawley. They're drifting it now to the half-forward line. Ablett will be the fire. Great mark.
He read that so well. He really did. Frawley was looking for Lowy. Understandably, Ablett just held back. And a fantastic mark. If you thought Nicky Winmar's mark on the weekend was a great one, have a look at that one on his chest. Shoulder high.
Enjoyed it too.
Well, he might go for this to make it number 6. The drop punt is on its way, but he's gone for distance, and in doing so has pulled it severely out of bounds on the foot.
Still, the mark memorable from Gary Ablett. Here's Earl Spalding in the back pocket. WA finding it very tough to score. Back it comes towards centre wing. Comes forward of the pack to Couch. Thought about the hand pass. Cleverly away. Shaw has it. Back into the forward line. Salmon's the target, and Salmon takes the mark. About 35 metres out. He's kicked 3.
And as he did that, Dennis, Bennett's come back onto the ground with John Ironmonger going off. Great mark there by Salmon.
Forward line of Victoria causing the West Australians heaps of problems again tonight. You might remember Jason Dunstall in the corresponding match last year kicked 9. Salmon misses to the near side, so Victoria increased their lead with just over 7 minutes remaining till three-quarter time. Victoria 10-6. Lead Western Australia 4-10. Kick in, straight down the middle virtually. Off the ground by ZANOTTI. He goes again. Unfavourable bounce. McGuane, tireless. Kicks inside 50. Desperate attempt by Ablett. Couldn't hang on. DeRui's in there. Waitman over the top. Claimed by Hart. And there'll be a bounce. Well, Victoria now dominating this game. WA really struggling to push the ball past half forward. Rucks go at it. Won by Salmon, taken by ZANOTTI. Kicks through the congestion towards the outer side. Low. Meters in the clear, draws a man. Pops it over the top to McGuane. A centering kick. Salmon. It falls to Izzard. Hurried left footer. This is by quite a margin through for a minor score.
Pummeling away, but with little result. 10-7. Those 4-10. Western Australia have added just the one behind. Gastev at the back. He'll bounce his way down towards the wing. But he get past Tony Shaw and can't.
There's that second example of a great smother. Waitman, the first one. Fine effort there by Shaw.
Poor old Gaston, it's him all the time.
Madden may do his own roving work here, but the whistle had sounded. And it will go back and be taken by Barry Mitchell towards those magic hands of Stuart Lowe. Now, Ablett will be trying to create something here, and almost did. De Rui in the back pocket. Oh, he's going the other way to his hand pass, and it just sits in the air for a moment, but Malaxos will get him out of strike. Going to the outer side. Henwood may lose this, and it could be costly. Couch on the boundary line. McGuane went without it. In comes Waitman from 50, but wide and out of bounds on the 4. So some untidy work in the last few moments, and as a result, very little product. We've seen only the one goal kicked in this term that went to Victoria, and it was kicked by Ablett. However, we still have a little over 5 minutes remaining as De Rui. Goes back towards centre half back. Drifts in towards the centre. O'Donnell and Zanotti clash. Here's a chance for Winmar now. He stabs it. Just a fraction too high. Collins waiting at the back. Djakovic going with him. And defensively pushed over the line.
Yes, and with Bennett leading there, Sumic is actually now at centre half forward, with Bennett assuming that full forward role.
10-7 to 4-10. Closing stages of the third term. Bennett and Madden. Madden decisively down to Izard. Over the top, rather untidy. Sumic pulls it back.
From the middle, the margin, again, 27 points. Bain takes the ball just on the defensive side of centre. If they can get a couple more goals, they could still make it interesting in the final term. Winmar. Well, he's 55 metres out. Will he let one go? He wants to. And he pumps it long. He's gone. 2 goals to Nicky Winmar, and will that give the Sandgropers a lift? 6-10 plays Victoria's 10-7.
Well, they definitely need that lift, Sandy. And Winmar had the option of Djakovic in the pocket as we watched this set up. Wilson trying to mark very untidily there. Winmar just settling. Djakovic had actually left at that stage, led to his left. Bennett came straight in front, but Winmar, this fantastic spiral torpedo. Great goal.
Lowe gets the hand pass. Bruns well inside the 50 with a kick. Spalding comes up and takes the mark in his chest. Amazing game, this football. 27 minutes without a goal, and suddenly 2 in a minute for Western Australia. Spalding, members side with a high kick. Irving will come over the top and fist away from Lowe. The magic of Mitchell. Away to Malaxis. The kick's through centre wing. Collins again. Got a fist in there. Lowe comes back. Dragged down solidly by Wilson. It's jarred free. O'Donnell almost in the grasp. Madden, suddenly the tempo is lifted, and Madden under pressure gains about 10 metres. Izard drops the mark, scrambles after it. They're tackling with great desperation now, WA. That tackle was applied by Lewis. Couch got the kick away, but it's going to be a West Australian free kick down there. It'll be taken by De Rui.
Holding on there by Ablett, Dennis.
Steve De Rui. Just the defensive side of right half-back. 10-7 to 6-10, so WA clawing their way back into this. High kick centre wing. Mitchell! Up he goes. Didn't take the mark. Izard behind. Gets the hand pass. Shaw. Mitchell again. Different one. From centre wing towards half-forward. Ablett in front. Fisted away by De Rui. Mainwaring slips. Claimed by Shaw. Was it Waitman? Waitman applied the tackle. It was a sure tackle, and we've got a bounce about 52 metres out from goal directly in front. Just over 2 minutes remaining.
Critical time for both sides. Western Australia can get another one here. They're right in it. De Rui kicks, and Mitchell is in trouble. So Izard is free across that centre line. Spoons it to McGuane, taken by Bruns towards 30 metres, and a good mark. Not going to be paid.
Well, they didn't play the one earlier on to Stephen Silvani down there with a magnificent diving catch as he fell to the ground, and only the ground knocked the ball out. And that surely, with enough touches, justifies a mark.
Well, Earl Spalding did ask the question and was ignored. The bounce. Spalding again. Well, he gets it to Malaxos, who takes it away towards centre wing, looking for Winmar. But had to beat two out there. A kick high towards half forward. It came from Stewie Lowe. Now this is Zanotti. Wide again, and this time he finds Winmar. He's at half back. Goes long again to half forward. Just over 1 minute remaining. Collins claimed, lose. Oh, well, it's a fair kick. It's probably gone 65 or so. Look at this, the final quarter. Victoria leads by 20 points. Here we go. Irving and Madden going at it. Waitman brings it out towards half forward. Bruns is on his own on the 50-metre line. He floats a kick up towards that right forward pocket area, but the mark is taken by Earl Spalding. Well, Billy Goggin said Victoria wasted the quarter. What will they be able to produce? And Ron Alexander has said to his players, it is up to you. It's there if you want it. Shades of Kevin Sheedy some years ago in a grand final. What will happen? Mainwaring takes it wide. Very quick to just pump it on his boot, though, and goes straight to Tony Shaw. Poorly directed kick. Madden was just about off. Simon Madden looking for his Essendon teammate.
Possibly free kick.
Possibly a free kick. Wasn't overly subtle on that occasion. Paul Salmon. David Bain runs it out to centre wing. Silvani, again an effective spoiler. Bruns collects it, gives it back to Silvani. His hurried kick is wide, under pressure, out of bounds on the full. So Western Australia continuing to surge out of trouble and into attack. Bain easily gets around Couch. Kicks high. And a good mark taken by Simon Madden, who's slung to the ground by Lewis after he takes it.
And again, a lack of intelligence there. There's just no one on that forward line leading away from Madden.
Madden, forward of half back, through centre wing. Oh, great mark by Lowe, sandwiched. Bain, admittedly not all that big in front. Henwood behind. Lowe goes in short. McGuan, not his game tonight. Michael McGuan across the ground. Bruns still inside the centre square. Just moves outside of it now. Pops the ball in short. Brereton. Strong mark in front of Zanotti. It'll take a very good kick from here. He's outside the 50. So bear in mind, a number of these players played AFL matches last weekend. 14 in the Victorian team, 9 in the West Australian team. That could be a story as we go down to the wire. If Victoria don't get some early goals, Hart is in there, fisting towards the boundary line, and it will be thrown in. 10-7, 6-11. Just under 22.5 minutes remaining in the game. A very large crowd now. Early start, of course, in Perth. Here's Waitman behind. A half chance, couldn't control it. Mitchell, away to Salmon, standing start, goal. That'll make it hard. Salmon gets his fourth. Ablett has 5. So they've been the major contributors out of the 11. 11-7 to 6-11. Victoria lead at the WACA.
And again, fantastic work there by Dale Waitman. Under the bottom of the pack there, just pushing that ball forward as you see it here. Controlling it all the way. Letting go there. Mitchell just getting it out as quick as you like. And Salmon, great reflexes again. And what a target he has been.
So the margin out to 26 points from the centre. Western Australia want the next goal and want it badly. David Hart flicking it round his body down towards half forward. Collins charges forward. Runs into trouble in the form of Kickett. Flicks it back towards Hart again. He may leave this for Gastev and does. On to Malaxos, whose work has been somewhat patchy. Over the back. Jakovic and Langdon both there. So too Stoneham. And it is the big Victorian who sees it over the line. There's the Victorian bench headed by Peter Dacos. Madden wins it. And Waitman, great control. Shaw over the top to Silvani. He can run on if he wants to. Has a look up towards half forward. Bruns gives away a little bit of height. Mitchell. Malaxos goes back again to Irving. Going nowhere fast at the moment, but Derui will get them out of strife. Floats it wide. Couch and Winmar are both there. So too Bruns. Irving can't trap it cleanly. Has Main Waring. And Henwood. Still on that centre wing area with Djakovic and Stoneham, and eventually over the line. So no one going anywhere fast in that last minute or so. But the home side being forced to continually play catch-up football. In a relatively low-scoring game, they may find this margin too great. But it's not over yet. Hart to the right half-forward flank. Silvani will spoil from behind, and look at that fist defensively away into the West Australian kid.
Yeah, classic defender's game. I mean, I think his best position really is full-back, but he's coped very well at centre-half back.
Boundary throw-in. Just over 20 minutes remaining. Couch, quick hands. Got it to Waitman. This is Shaw. Done very well tonight. Clever little kick. Could have hand passed. Watson through centre wing. Down towards the pocket. Brereton within scoring range.
He's been pretty quiet tonight, Dennis. He hasn't had many touches. A couple of kicks, a couple of handballs. ZANOTTI had the better of him over the evening. Brereton only came on late in the previous quarter when Maud went off.
I think that knock in the first term hurt him a little bit.
Yes, he wouldn't have shown it, but he was shaken.
Not stirred. Misses to the near side. Dermot Brereton back in action for the Hawks next Saturday against Footscray. 11-8, 6-11. Sting it to Rui to kick it in. Virtually straight down the middle. That's ambitious. Madden reaching over the top, fisting away. Main Waring into open space. Kickett leads in the race. He's got about 10 metres on Couch. He'll be quick enough. Tries to bounce it. Now he's got problems. Derek Kickett trying to be a shade too fancy there. Lewis running away from his own goal. Pops it up in the air. Intended for Winmar on the lead. Almost the mark. It falls forward. Taken by Silvani. Superbly done. Kept his balance. Sends play back to centre wing. Madden drops the mark. Socket off the ground. Main Waring towards the boundary line. Lewis does nicely. Lewis runs towards half forward. Centering kick. Bennett's the target. Off hands. Watson couldn't take it with him. Langdon goes off the ground. Mitchell swoops. The hand pass not a particularly good one. Kickett keeps it alive. Socket off the ground by Watson. Great courage to find it on the ground. Mitchell got the hand pass to Izzard, who then proceeded to kick it out of bounds on the full.
Fantastic work by Watson, wasn't it? I mean, he really kept at it.
Lewis. Plenty of cries of Louis. He decides to pump it long.
Old song.
Very old song, but a classic. And it's through for one behind. David Hart has battled hard. 6-12. Plays 11-8. O'Donnell. Straight down the middle. And a good mark taken by McGuane. He's got Bruns wide. Who's got a panic. Ablett can't take it. Silvani going past. With him is Sumich. Ablett recovers and does the heavy body work to open it up for Bruns, who kicks and has put through behind. Well, great work by Ablett then to clear the path for Bruns. 11-9 plays 6-12. Back into play again. McGuane in front. Will Spalding.
Not a lot of moves left, Sandy, for the WA coach to make now. Ron Alexander. Players really aren't dominating any position that can be moved to take over another.
Low. Only as far as Main Waring. Shades of the last term. Victoria starting with an early goal. And then a war of attrition. This is Hart running up towards centre wing. Spearing kick towards half forward. What a beauty. Bennett on the lead. He thinks he's back at the MCG last Saturday. Give him that reception. Darren Bennett could go close from here. Decides not to. Over the head of Kickett. And that's backing up. Sumich.
Certainly backstopping there. That's very, very fortunate.
The shake of the head from Sumich, a wry smile from Kickett. No concessions from Tony Shaw. His game face on still. Now here's Sumich. He'll kick from just inside the 50. He can give it a long roost. Just the one goal tonight. He'll go close from here. Sumich, that is a mag.
They get another one. Shaw's kick goes down to the right half forward flank and drifts over the line for another throw-in. Approaching Victoria's 50-metre line. Bain. Hart. Into the centre. Oh, Collins comes to meet it well. Just snuck clear of Lewis. Been a good player tonight, Andy Collins. His kick is wide. Waitman has been superb, particularly in the packs. Mitchell, Madden combined down towards Couch.
What great work by Madden. Here he's played all night on Saturday night and he's running around like a rover.
And he's only 32 years old.
Just, yes.
To half forward. At the back, Gastev will give it to Mainwaring. To half back, and Malaxos takes the mark. Wants to go on with it quickly to Mitchell, who's swift enough to get it away to Earl Spalding. Can they mount something here? Down towards half forward, but Stoneham is way out in front of Jakovic. He gets it away to Watson, who's been brilliant, and Tim Watson stabs up towards Couch on centre wing.
Paul Couch, last year's Brownlow medalist. 1-2 from John Platten. Kicks towards half forward. Ironmonger reaching over the top, deflects it out of bounds. We've got a throw in. 11-9 to 7-12. Still plenty of time for WA. Over 14 minutes remaining in the game. Hard fought affair. Ironmonger down to Henwood. Through Izzard. Kick it. Great tackle laid there by Mitchell. Izzard back into the fray. Clever hand pass away to Lowe. Lowe the centering kick. Intended for Ablett. Almost the miracle mark. Couldn't hang on. This is Mainwaring. A little indecisive. High kick towards centre wing. Out of the chest of O'Donnell. So Victoria, the defence standing firm. McGuan through the middle. Back inside 50. Big pack at the fall of the ball. Spalding slaps it away. Taken by Malaxis. Back to Spalding. Kicks out wide Bain. Away he goes. A second bounce. A flicker of hope for Western Australia. They're running well in midfield. In fact, they're dominating midfield at the moment. The Victorian defence working overtime, but doing it superbly. Bain slung out. Silvani. So another attack repulsed. Silvani out wide. It'd go out of bounds on the full. It did not. It bounced out of bounds. Mitchell tracking it out of bounds and immediately proceeding off the ground. That's tidy.
There's Rice coming on.
Almost on the wing, out of side. Madden and Ironmonger. Just over 12.5 minutes remaining. 20 points the margin. Was the margin when we began this final term. But Western Australia have struggled to get any closer. Couch. Izzard. Away from Ironmonger. Flicking it high. Mainwaring underneath. But he won't beat Stuart Lowe. Difficult hand pass from McGuan, so he backpedals a bit. Combines with the same man again. Now Couch. High by McGuan. And Paul Salmon has kicked 4. In fact, how accurate precisely has he been?
Well, I've got him down for 4-1. So not a bad night's effort from 5 kicks.
Would have been in strife. We've got 4-2 from 5.
Would have been a problem.
Let's see what he does. And away to the...
For a long time, that must be holding the ball on the outer side. Advantage is paid. No, it's not. It'll come back. Mitchell breaking away. All to no avail. So can they establish something up forward this time? And again, Mitchell has to go back. It's my kick. Yes, it is, says the umpire, but Not from there either. Well, we've got something of a fast going on here at the moment. He's not happy. Michael Mitchell then. The umpire is satisfied. Watson gets it across the boundary line and will be thrown in. 16 points the margin at quarter time, 25 points at half time, and 20 at three-quarter time as Salmon goes off the ground. Seems to be okay. That's somewhat surprising. Ironmonger and Madden. Almost clean possession to the Giant. Both of them are. There was Ironmonger. Gastiff, hurried kick. Lewis and Collins falls behind them. Bennett towards the boundary line. And Jakovic escorts it out.
Perhaps Dennis with Dean Anderson, the player coming on who hasn't had a run tonight. Just merely the sake move by Bill Goggin to give Anderson that run.
Some legs. Madden. O'Donnell through the congestion. Mitchell missed it. Couch. The hand pass, a little untidy. Sold Stoneham into trouble. Anderson immediately in the fray. Stoneham. Rice over the ball. So, in fact, they've injected a couple of runners in the last few minutes. Victoria. No doubt aware that pace could bring them undone here, although they look pretty safe.
Under 10 minutes remaining. Winmar. Stoneham breaks free with strength, kicks down towards the centre. Bruns and Mainwaring both take down towards Collins and Lewis. Lewis is held. He tunnel balls it backwards. Watson's at the bottom. Waitman gets it out. Shaw finds Mitchell. Barry Mitchell will have to give it to Bruns eventually. Tackled high, but he'll play on. The advantage.
Skill level dropped down appreciably. And Simon Madden, I mean, fantastic player all night. McGuan Dennis, I thought, was terrific. Watson. Players all around the ground that Victoria had, you could choose in best players.
Yep.
WA not so. Yep. The idea was quite right. Ablett was leading quite clearly there in front of DeRuy, but the execution, not what he wanted.
So DeRuy to half back. Kick at the target. The back, Tony Shaw. Just shovels it forward again. Mitchell onto Madden. Short again, Brereton. Well, they're pretty ragged now, that West Australian defence.
Mitchell's had a good game. Barry Mitchell. A lot of touches.
Still there, yeah. Little running players. Worked pretty hard. Tony Shaw's certainly been no exception. Brereton shooting for goal. Had to be close. Just missed to the right. So in his comeback game, he's kicked one goal, that being in the first quarter. But that is really it. Watson trying to out-bustle. Rice again. On to McGuan. He's had a wonderful game. In towards full forward, over the head of Ablett. He waits down in front and then he decides he'll go. Of course he does.
Conviction, and probably should have won by more. WA have tried very hard, but nothing up forward is hard. Victoria needed to get touches early in the game, got them. And because of that, it will be thrown in. In fact, it won't be. There's the final siren. And Victoria proved too strong, and some smiles and relief on that bench. They came with a lot of pressure on them coming into this game. Victoria 14-13, Western Australia 8-12.